Bro, did y'all see this? They were saying that she broke a record as raising $81 million in 24 hours. 81 million fucking dollars? Let me tell y'all something, folks. If black communities, right, did crowdfunding, seeding or whatever, you could build your own community by doing this. If black people donated $20 freaking a month to go towards the rehabilitation of their neighborhood, instead of giving it to the church, instead of giving it to Kamala Harris, instead of giving it to people that are powerless, they can change their own situation. This is why other cultures sit back and laugh at our ass. We gotta be the dumbest people in the world. This is how they laughing at us. This is a numbers game. 81 million to Kamala Harris in 24 hours. So it proves that we can come together as far as, you know, for a cause. And it proves that we have the money to do it. And they use Megan Thee Stallion, and, you know, they had Quavo speak, and this ain't about no damn music. It's about who gonna play the prostitute. Cause I told you we like prostitute. We'll work for anybody with a bag. Now one thing I can do, I could double salute 50 Cent. Because he said it out his mouth that during the Trump rally, they wanted him to perform and offer him $500,000. He turned it down. And he had good reason to do so. All right? And I think Jeezy was the one that they did end up getting to do that. Okay? Y'all must understand, dog, the reason why we're screwed over, because we're misinformed. We've been programmed to not work together, right? And once we figure this out, we can change our own situation. It's gonna be hard to get women to work with each other when you got them putting out music, calling each other hoes and bitches, draws in their ass, titties all out. Like, you have to understand, this is a strategy, bro. If we had to sit down and break all this down, first of all, we should never let another culture dictate us as a people. How another culture, like I've been telling y'all, how they gonna tell our story better than us? No, nigga, y'all take that shit down. Don't put our women out there like that. And for those who want to get out there like that, the women or the men, we kick them out of the kingdom. No support from the, just like when you had to go to prison and you from here, you from there, and you act like, oh, you ain't getting no support from us. This is a power structure, homie. All the ones at the top, we support them. They don't support us. You got to understand how this goes. This ain't designed for Kamala Harris, which is powerless, to change black lives. Like, man, y'all done lost y'all damn mind, man. This is why I say they can fool you. They'll never fool. I will never spend my time on earth, all right, rallying behind that type of shit. That shit makes no sense. I don't give a fuck what no fucking body says. It doesn't change black lives. It doesn't change lives in general. It draws a wedge between us even more, bro. It creates an illusion that someone have. We had a black president. Oh, Obama. They thought Obama gonna change the world. Y'all know what Obama did. Y'all know who he helped and who he didn't help. That was a whole plot. Whole plot. Bro, that's why I say, man. Like they say, it take a village to raise a child. But how the fuck can the village raise the child if the village is dumbfounded and ignorant? All it's gonna do is create indoctrination. You can't teach a person something you don't know. That's why they say you raise a child. If you only to the 5th level of education and understanding, you can't raise that child no further than that 5th level. So they're gonna make sure you don't exceed, right? So that you can't teach nobody this. Same thing they did back in the days of slavery, when they had the law, where the anti-literacy law. If you got caught as a slave master teaching your slaves how to read and write, you was punishable by fines. But if you was a slave teaching other slaves how to read and write, you was punishable by death. That's why I say, dog, I understand now why back then things went the way they went. Even though they don't talk about all the slaves that run them up. There was a lot of slaves that done a lot of shit that they don't talk about. They even had us thinking that Uncle Tom was a bad thing. No, it's the opposite. Go do your research. Uncle Tom wasn't what they trying to put it out there to be. Oh no, he was the opposite. Like I told y'all, he who controls the past controls the future. You must understand, I don't even fucking, by now, 2024, if you still think that these people, whatever you want to call them, the government, these big ass corporations, if you think all this, or you think they're gonna help you, how the fuck you think they in the position they in? By keeping you dumb and stupid, by keeping you broke with no resources, by keeping you relying on some shit that ain't coming. Ain't came for your grandma, ain't came for your granddaddy, it ain't coming for you. You stuck, homie. It's like putting you in a box. This world, yeah, it's big, but what you consider big? Your mind is big. This world ain't shit compared to this. But if they get this, then they got your world. Why you think they fight for your mind? Because you don't know no better. You can't compete. You rallying for people that are powerless. This shit makes no sense. If this worked, why don't no other races that do? Study the races that are like in ahead. Study what they do. Right? Study how they operate. Okay? You must understand, bro. You're playing a game that you don't have no motherfucking resources or know-how, education. You don't have nothing. You are playing this game because they need you. They need you for your ignorance. Yeah. They need you for your ignorance. I hate to say it, but no matter how much money you got, how much gold you got, you still need an asshole to go out there and build these buildings, build these roads. You need someone who don't, you need a system, first of all, put in place, money, to make you get up and go work for a boss you'll never meet. Bitch getting up every day, going to obey their boss, more than they obey their husband, more than they obey their wife. This is a sickening, bro. Sickening, bro. That's why I say, bro, we've been brainwashed, bro. All we need to do, y'all, if we can raise 81 million for Kamala, and I tell you right now, ain't nothing gonna happen. Nothing, bro. Where the money going? See, a lot of these motherfuckers run for president knowing they ain't gonna win because it's a money grab. That's why I said, when you sit back and you watch, you see why we in the position we in. We ignorant, bro. We ignorant. And we're powerless. We don't even have enough power to gather 1 million of us together on one accordion. We don't have the power to do it because we got too many motherfuckers that don't look like us separating us, making sure we're separated. And they using football players, they using basketball players, they using actors, rappers, they using everything in between to keep us divided. I told y'all, why you think Nick don't know now nigga you know on a TV network? Why? Because we'll be able to change the narrative. But you can't. You're powerless. You must understand where this problem is coming from, bro. Until you know that, you cannot solve it. You got people right now, man, go to work, come home, do everything they supposed to do, and get shitted on their whole life. You the best candidate for the you fit the job description. You go to work, you come home, your children go to school, y'all go to church on Sundays, y'all do y'all do what y'all was told. But y'all the best candidates in the world and get shitted on in the end. That's crazy, ain't it? It has to be a war, man. Just imagine a war and imagine the people win. And we come back and we change this shit. Ain't no big corporations taking over all these houses like BlackRock, Vanguard. You gotta understand this shit moving from a rentals, from a owner's perspective to a renter's perspective, and then it's gonna go to a subscription. You're gonna have to pay a subscription to stay in these houses. This is all about control, man. Ain't no togetherness, dog. Because the very people that run this shit are the most demonic people in the world. And why I say a lot of this shit y'all hear me talk about when it comes to religion and certain things, y'all think I'm crazy. No, I'm not. I know what the fuck going on. I understand what's going on. It don't make sense. And most people know it don't make sense, but they try to make it make sense by turning the other cheek. Loving thy neighbor and loving thy enemy. You got me fucked up, nigga. The energy you give me, I'm gonna give you. Cause that just what makes sense. It just what makes sense. But I told y'all, man, I'm gonna let y'all go. Poor people are the easiest people to control because they rely on other people for their resources. It's just about food, water, and shelter, bro. All that other shit is an illusion. It's a distraction. If you ain't got food, water, and shelter, you will perish. With your Jordans on. You know what I'm saying? With your Gucci and your Louis on. You see what happened to Steve Jobs? If y'all know who that is, that was the guy that was I ain't gonna say he was the owner of Apple, but he was the man in Apple with Apple. That man died a billionaire. The simple things money couldn't buy him took him out of here. Listen, man, I love y'all, bro. I just hate when shit like this happen. 81 million in 24 hours. If we start raising money for ourselves, and I'm not talking about giving it to the church, because as you see, that don't help. I ain't giving no money to no church. Talking about for you to ride around in a $300,000 car while we still going through the see that shit like that there is stupidity, bro. It's ignorant. If we took that same money and put it in a pot, we can build our own neighborhood. Hell, we could go get our own neighborhood. The land is for sale. We buy the land, we build on the land, and we create a real community, bro. Fuck HOA or HOA. We don't need none of that. Like I told y'all, boy. Religion is a book. Spirituality is in your essence. It's in your DNA. We don't need that to know what to do and what not to do. Because as you see, up until today, nothing works. Name it. I'm ready to argue. Nothing works for people. Nothing works for white people. Nothing works for black people. Indians. Nothing works for fucking Mexicans, Spanish, Colombians, Dominicans. This shit is all about the rich and the poor. And the ones at the top, they have all kind of information that they hid from us, that they hide from us. They are linked through bloodline. And that's why I try to tell you, I don't care if you got a couple $1 million. You do real estate. You the Grant Cardone or the real estate. But it doesn't matter. Why? Because you're not a part of their bloodline. Now let that sizzle in your spirit like Country Wayne say. Listen, again, I love y'all. Share this video. Use it. I don't care what you do. Help get the word out. But I'm going to say it again. And I'm going to be the first one to tell you. $81 million raised in 24 hours. To someone that I'm telling you right now is not going to change your life. Why? Because they're powerless. These are the puppets. These are the actors. The world is the stage, and you the audience. Remember I told you, in order for you to be found, you must first be lost.